Hello and welcome to the ProjectWise Administrator Fundamentals Accreditation course. Getting familiar with ProjectWise Explorer. In this lesson, we will get ourselves familiar with the ProjectWise folder panel, the document list area, as well as what Preview Pane can offer. We will explore ProjectWise views and the toolbar icons, and how these tools can help to bring a better user experience for our ProjectWise users. As we explore the document list area, we will discuss the different document icons and the benefits of using column filter. Finally, we will take a look at what the document properties window will bring us. Okay, let's get started. Let's go ahead and launch ProjectWise Explorer from the Microsoft taskbar or the desktop icon. Depending on your ProjectWise client configuration, a list of data sources will be displayed on your screen. Seeing the data sources don't mean that we have access to them because ProjectWise is a secure system. To prove it, I will double-click on the data source, Bentley Americas Learn 08. We are presented with a login dialog box. There are 3 different ways users can log into ProjectWise. Your Bentley IMS account. This is the same account that you use to log into Bentley Connection client. If configured correctly, you won't even see this login dialog box, and you can be automatically logged into ProjectWise using your Bentley IMS account. Another method to access ProjectWise is via your Windows account. One clarification though, you cannot use your Windows account to access Bentley hosted data sources. This method is only applicable to those organizations that are hosting their own data sources. If configured correctly, you won't even see this login dialog box, and you can be automatically logged into ProjectWise using your Windows account. If for some reason you are seeing this login dialog box, just make sure that you select Windows domain from the authentication dropdown and enable the toggle Use Windows Single Sign-On for authentication. Using this method, users can log into ProjectWise without entering their Windows credentials. If a user needs to access ProjectWise but does not have a valid Bentley IMS or Windows account, ProjectWise Administrator can create a ProjectWise account with a username and password for users to access ProjectWise. Since I don't have access to this, I will go ahead and hit cancel to dismiss this dialog. As a matter of fact, I know that I have access to the data source, Bentley Americas Learn 07, and I am already logged into Bentley Connection client. So when I double click on this data source, it will log me into ProjectWise using my Bentley IMS account. We are presented with a dialog regarding to the creation of working directory. This prompt will only be displayed the first time you log into ProjectWise from a workstation. ProjectWise uses this working directory to store ProjectWise documents that you have been working on. Let's go ahead and click Yes to confirm the creation of the working directory. On the left, right under the document's root, this is the folder panel area. You will find folders listed in the folder panel. At first glance, it is very similar to Windows Explorer. Double-click on the folder name or click the plus symbol next to the folder name will expand, and it will show the documents and the subfolders underneath. If you need to create a new folder, rename, or even delete a folder, you will do it in the folder panel area. There is a special type of folder and has the ProjectWise icons aligned next to the folder. This is called the work area. Similar to folders in the sense that work area can store subfolders and documents. Think of a work area as a real project that you normally handle. Information such as the project name, project number, project location, the start and end date of the project can be kept and viewable via the Preview Pane. These are the information that can be assigned to the work area, but not a folder. Simply put, if you need your ProjectWise users to be able to access and work with ProjectWise documents via a web browser, then a work area is needed. You might notice that BSI 300 and BSI 400 have a slightly different icon. We refer this as a connected project, but it has to be a work area to begin with. We will cover this in more details later on in a separate lesson. Let's go ahead and expand the BSI 300 connected project and navigate to the Docs folder. On the right, you will see documents and subfolders display in the document list area. Currently, there are only 3 columns of information about the document. These columns of information is referred to as a ProjectWise view, where you can selectively choose the folder and document information to be displayed on the screen. In the next lesson, we will take a close look and to see how we can create and utilizing ProjectWise views. ProjectWise view is very similar to Windows Explorer view in the sense that you can resize the column width to show more information. And by clicking on the column name, it will sort the information as well. Column filter is a feature recently released in ProjectWise Explorer. It allows users to limit the number of documents displayed from the selected folder. For instance, if the selected folder has a long list of documents and we only interested in displaying right-of-way documents. So in the name column, simply type in RW. And by the way, case is not sensitive. The screen will automatically update to show only right-of-way documents. To reset and display all documents from the selected folder, simply remove RW from the column name, and you will see all the documents from the selected folder will be displayed. You can use your mouse to drag the horizontal line downward so that you can see more documents being displayed from the selected folder. There are 2 icons that are associated with every single document that you see in the document list area. The first icon typically defines the status of the document. If you see a pencil icon next to the document, that means that you have the permission to make changes to it if there is a need to. Other times, you might see an open book icon next to the document. That means that you can view the document, but you cannot make changes to it. There may be time when you see a padlock icon next to the document. That actually means that another ProjectWise team member is working on it. From time to time, you might see a document with a this icon. That means that the document is being worked on by another user, that is outside of the ProjectWise environment. The second icon typically tells us whether the document is a PDF document, is it a Excel document, or is it a MicroStation CAD file. Along with the individual documents, ProjectWise also has a special type of document. It is called a flat set. It is like a container that contains links to documents from different ProjectWise folders. A flat set is a nice way to bundle up ProjectWise documents for various purposes, which we will cover in a separate lesson. You can go to the ProjectWise menu, Tools, Associations, Icons, and find out all the icons that are being used in ProjectWise. However, I'm going to show you a PowerPoint slide with a summary of the most frequently used icons in ProjectWise. On the left, you will be able to recognize document icons, the difference between a checked out document or a document that is worked on by another ProjectWise team member. On the right-hand side, you will be able to tell if you are connecting to a data source or if you are connecting to a secure data source. You will be able to tell if it is a generic document, meaning that it is not a Word or Excel or even CAD document. You will be able to tell if it's a work area or a connected project. Even though users have the ability to use their own icons by double-clicking on it and choose their own image. However, Bentley do recommend that users should just use the default icons that are delivered by Bentley. Let's go ahead and cancel out this dialog box. Next, we're going to talk about the Preview Pane. The Preview Pane is the second half window on the right. We are going to drag the horizontal line upward so that we can see more of the Preview Pane. Since we have the flat set document selected in the document list area, so the Document Properties tab in the Preview Pane will show us all the information about the flat set document, including the name of the flat set. The Folder Properties tab in the Preview Pane will show us all the information of the folder that the flat set is in. The Dependency Viewer tab will show us all the documents that are part of the flat set. The Dependency Viewer tab also works with CAD files as well. For example, MicroStation DGN or AutoCAD files. So for instance, a MicroStation DGN that has references attached or AutoCAD files that has XREFs attached, it will show on the dependency viewer its references and XREFs. The Preview Pane can be dismissed if it occupies too much screen space. To dismiss the Preview Pane, simply go to the View menu bar and select Preview Pane. To bring back the Preview Pane back onto the screen, simply go to the menu bar and select View, Preview Pane. You can get a quick glance of the content of some common documents, such as PDFs or JPEG images, by simply selecting the document and then click on the Photo Preview tab. Here you find that we can see a preview of the PDF document. If we need to preview Office documents such as Excel or Word documents, it can be done as well. So by selecting the Excel file, the photo preview will also show us a content of the Excel file. However, extra configuration will be required, and I'm going to show you how. So there is a file called pwviewer.cfg, which is in the ProjectWise installation folder. This file, you can see that we are able to view Word documents as well as Excel documents. However, if we need to view PowerPoint documents in ProjectWise, we will need to remove the hash for the PowerPoint applications, save the configuration file, and then relaunch ProjectWise. It is recommended that if you have no intention of viewing documents in ProjectWise, you should stay away from the Photo Preview tab. The reason is while the Photo Preview tab is active, if you select another document, it will always try to download the documents to your working directory and show you a preview of the document. So once again, if you no longer need to preview the document, move away from the Photo Preview tab. So now that you have been introduced to the Folder panel, the Document List area, and the Preview Pane, let's take a look at how we can find out information about a document or a folder. In ProjectWise, there is more than one way to operate. To open a document window or a folder window, any of the following methods will work. First of all, select the document that is of interest. You can right mouse click on it, Properties, to open the document window. Of course, you can also have the document selected and then go to the menu bar and select Document, Properties. Another way you could open the document window is right under the menu bar. We see a set of icons here. These are what we refer as a toolbar. Clicking on the Properties icon will open the document window about the selected document. If you have a set of frequently used commands in ProjectWise, in the next lesson, we are going to go through how we can create a toolbar that has these frequently used commands. Here's a quick tip for you. Did you know that the same document window can be opened by hitting the space or spacebar key on the keyboard? The document window actually provides a lot of information about the selected document. On the General tab, we can see the name of the document, the version of the document that is in, as well as the last time that the document was updated and by whom. On the Attributes tab, we can also find out the custom attributes that can be associated to the document. The Audit Trail tab let us know everything that has happened to the document from the time that the document was created and if there are many versions of the document has been created. Here's another tip. If you look at the document list area and you find that there are multiple documents that has exactly the same name, but one with the pencil icon and the other ones with the open book icon, it means that this document has multiple versions on it. When ProjectWise is initially set up, there won't be any audit trail information for the documents. It needs to be enabled, and I'm going to show you how. We can enable audit trail for folder and document operations via a separate ProjectWise Administrator program. In the Data Source Properties window, go to the Audit Trail tab and then click on the Settings button. Here we can decide if we want to enable Audit Trail for folder operations, such as folder creation and folder deletion. We can also enable Audit Trail for document operations as well. We can also decide on how long we want to keep the Audit Trail information. Are we going to keep all the Audit Trail information, or are we only going to keep the Audit Trail information for a specific period of time? During this lesson, you have learned the following: the ProjectWise folder panel, the document list area, as well as the Preview Pane. You also learned about ProjectWise views and how the toolbar icons can help users to work efficiently in ProjectWise. You also know about the different document icons and what column filters can do. Finally, you also have learned the different tabs that are available in the Document Properties window.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.